Well, work has reportedly restarted on the controversial Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline in the Baltic Sea, almost a year after U.S. sanctions brought the German-Russian project to a standstill. Now, the U.S. argues the pipeline is meant to isolate Ukraine and divide the EU. On Saturday, its ambassador to Germany, Robin Quenneville, repeated calls for Germany to end the billion-dollar project.
Work is underway once again on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. German authorities have given the go-ahead for the Russian ship Akademik Chersky to lay another 2.6 kilometers of pipe by the end of the year. But that is nowhere near enough to complete the project. A total of 160 kilometers still have to be laid. Only then would the underwater pipeline be ready, allowing Russian state-owned company Gazprom to deliver Siberian gas directly to Germany. The U.S. has been watching developments with alarm. Late last week, American lawmakers added measures against the Baltic Sea pipeline to the annual defense budget. These provide for tightened sanctions against companies that certify or insure the pipeline, or that support Nord Stream 2 with products, facilities, or services. The text in the defense bill would grant the next U.S. president the right to suspend the sanctions. But that's something few experts on either side of the Atlantic expect, no matter who is in the White House.
And for more on this, I'm joined now by Maria Shagina. She's a postdoc fellow at the Center for Eastern European Studies at the University of Zurich, and she continues to follow Nord Stream 2. Maria, good morning. Work supposedly has already continued again on the pipeline this weekend. The question now is, how far will it get?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. There is no yes or no question to this. It's very complicated, and Nord Stream 2 is truly a sanctions dilemma for the Biden administration. On the one hand, it wants to keep the pressure on the pipeline to halt it. On the other hand, it pledges to revive the transatlantic relationship that were poorly damaged under the previous administration. That means there is a thin line between not alienating the European partners, but at the same time keeping the pressure on the pipeline. The new sanctions that were issued last week gives us an indication, at least, as to what policy shift we can expect from the Biden administration, and in short, more calibrated sanctions on private companies, at the same time exempting European governments and governmental institutions, plus reviving consultations with European partners at the same time.
Maria, how much more effective will those sanctions be than what's already been on the table? Will they have more teeth?
The added sanctions will definitely make the completion of the pipeline more complicated, more arduous. So Gazprom will face difficulties in finding an insurance company, in finding a company that would agree to provide any technology that still perhaps needs to be done on Akademik Chersky ship, and company that would test, inspect, and certify the pipeline. In fact, the last one, certification, will be the weakest link in the project. To find that company will be an arduous task for Gazprom. And even if it finds all of these companies that would be willing to be exposed to US sanctions and potentially lose access to US financial market, there are still legal challenges in the EU to tackle for Gazprom. As we know, this May this year, Gazprom lost its application at Bundesnetzagentur, Germany energy regulator, to be granted an exemption, a derogation from the new EU rule. So the Nord Stream saga will continue perhaps for some time.
All right, Maria Shagina with the University of Zurich. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.